Thank you very much, and thank you very much, everyone. Well, I'm here representing my Director of Policy and Legal Research, also on behalf of the PEMSEC, our PEMSEC, Mrs. Vinyemba. She could have been here or represented by the Director, but I'm here on behalf of all of them for the ministry. And what I'm giving is not a keynote address, but just opening, because this is a ministry program, so it has to have some kind of formality through some opening from the ministry itself. The Deputy Chairperson, Law Development Commission, Ms. Shana, members of the justice institutions and senior government officials here present, representatives from civil society organizations, and let me also recognize our very important development partners, Center for Applied Legal Research and the Swiss Embassy also helped us, the UNICEF, among others, organizations that have always been there to work with us this journey of working on under the justice sector. Representatives from civil society organizations, all stakeholders, and our agencies for the ministry, line ministries and agencies like NPAs, TRPs, and PCS, and other organizations. Ministry of Public Service, Labor and Social Affairs, you are there for the children. Thank you very much for being there. Ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. And I'm not so sure, is it all protocols or all protocol? What is it, protocols or protocol observed? Just one or all of them? Okay. So good morning, everyone. I welcome you to this TOT, or Training of Trainers workshop, convened to deliberate and develop capacity among justice sector institutions on the implementation, rather, of the Criminal Law Codification and Reform Act on the edge of consent, which is scheduled to run from today until tomorrow. And before I go any further, may I applaud you all for the commitment you have shown in attending this program at a very short notice, and we also apologize for that, for the short notice. See how things work in government. Sometimes you have to be there 24 hours, so anytime you are called. Thank you very much, which is a true reflection of commitment on your part. Thank you for that. As you may recall, the age of consent in our legal system was impliedly set at 16 by Section 70 of the Criminal Law Codification and Reform Act. This position was, however, challenged in the cited case that Mr. Manhiri did talk about. This constitutional case heralds the noble challenge of the legal regime in Zimbabwe, which in many respects had failed for too long to protect children from sexual exploitation and predatory sexual behaviors. The lack of protection had over time, unfortunately, manifested into a myriad of negatives such as child marriages, rape, gender-based violence, indecent assaults, spread of STIs and unwanted pregnancies, and even juvenile delinquency. Fortunately, a positive outcome of this constitutional case then led to the amendment of the Criminal Law Code, as the definition of young person in that law was found to be unconstitutional and inconsistent with the Constitution. In a nutshell, findings of the case placed a task on the people of Zimbabwe to create legislation that is foul-proof and protects all children, as defined in the Constitution, and in particular Section 81, as I alluded to. The training of trainers workshop, this one, is a step towards the full implementation and institutionalization of the amendments made to the Code on Sexual Offences Against Minors. As justice sector institutions, we implement the provisions of the law at varying intervals of the wheels of justice. It is imperative that there exists a uniform appreciation and synchronized appreciation of the law. As we interact and deliberate, we will be contributing to the process of sharpening our laws that may satisfy the amendment purpose and intent. The object of this workshop is therefore to build capacity of stakeholders within the respective sectors with the provisions of the law. And by this we mean this amendment to the Criminal Law Code, and in particular we are dealing with Act number 1 of 2024 that you all see on the program, which which general laws amendment amending the laws protecting children and young persons. The training of trainers will thus provide a detailed conceptualization of the amendments and related procedural changes regarding issues such as the age of consent, criminal liability, and so on. This capacitation program was also developed as a tool to facilitate implementation of the law by various justice sector institutions to raise public awareness with regards to the provisions of the